Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Walking Life's Journey podcast. For those that are starting this journey with us for the very first time, I am one of your hosts, Nikkita White.
And I am Lorenzo White.
And I am Keyondra White.
And together we make the White family. Thank you for tuning in. Now do us a favor and please make sure you share and subscribe. Share and subscribe.
And hit that like button.
You gotta repeat after me. Share and subscribe.
Share and prescribe.
Make sure you share and subscribe because you can find us here weekly on Mondays, bringing a topic as we continue to walk this journey called life. Now, today's topic, you all, guess what? We have jumped into 2023.
Yes, we have.
And it's something about when the numbers change that people feel like, yeah, this is going to be my year. I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose 100 pounds.
Hit that reset button.
Whatever that is. Let's talk about it, y'all. How do you reset for the new year? I was about to say for 2022. But 2022 is out the door.
Bye.
So how do you reset for a new year? Do you make yourself promises? What do you do to make sure that another year does not go by without any accomplishments?
Go ahead. Kick it off. What do you do, Mrs. Nichelle?
Well, for myself, I think it just feels impossible to just start right when the year rolls over to 2023. Like, I feel like it has to be something I start planning maybe like the last 2 weeks of December, last week of December, start planning.
Okay.
Putting in my work, putting in efforts, because it's not like you just gonna wake up and all of a sudden be a changed person once 2023 coming around.
Now, that's so true. And you are definitely a planner. So what does that planning phase look like?
Of course, vision boards. No one's new to vision boards. Just planning my biggest goals. Start by planning my biggest goals of the year. Then I'll start planning like what I'm actually going to do to accomplish those. Like the steps. Putting steps in place.
Okay.
I like that. So Keyondra talked about vision boards. And I think each year we talk about doing a vision board and people can do them different. You can go old-fashioned way, get your magazines, clip out pictures that mean something to you, things that you want to look forward to in your year. Some people done got fancy and tech with it. They put it all on Canva and they get all your pictures and they make it nice and pretty. Then you can send it somewhere and get it printed out so you can see it. Wow. I think I'm a tad bit old school when it comes to this because I'm about words. So last year I tried it and I really, really liked it. So I'm going to do it again. And it was just writing a letter to myself.
Okay.
Writing a letter to myself stating where I want to be come the next year, right? So, or things I want to achieve. And so I'm big to say, hey, Nikkita, girl, you doing real good. I'm so proud of how far you have come. Yep, I thought last month was going to take you out of here because you were stressed like I didn't know what. But you regrouped. You found a nice way to reset. And you are still moving forward. By this month, we're going to do this. By this month, you're going to do this. But guess what? If you don't make it in March and it's June, it's okay. Keep going. You got this.
You said, well, the beginning of what you said, I really liked. You acknowledged where you were at a certain point in time and didn't just dismiss what you had done as failure. You know, hey, you struggled during this time, but you pushed through and you still went ahead and set goals. And I love that. That's cool. I am not a planner.
No, he's not.
By no means. No stretch of the imagination.
He's a planner, but something that should take about 3 months can be 3 years.
For her. 3 months for her. No, that's horrible on me. But at the same time, I've kept myself out of a lot of things that could have went poorly. You know what I'm saying? As far as just jumping in and doing stuff and not having my full heart into it. You know, so by me moving that slowly, it has its pros and cons. Pros being, you avoided that. Cons being, man, you could be so much further. So it has its pros and cons to it. Again, like I said, I'm not a planner. So as far as I've tried vision boards before, I don't like writing stuff down. But I think the biggest thing as far as resetting, it's just with a fresh breath and a new wind, when a new year comes in, it's like, okay, I can go ahead and start. So I think that's where most New Year's resolutions come in at, because basically a resolution is basically you making a decision. Well, the dictionary says it's like a firm decision of you either doing something or not doing something.
Okay.
That's what the dictionary says. So even though I get tired of hearing, what's your New Year's resolution and things like that, it's basically a decision that you have to make.
A decision.
Yeah. So whatever goals you set, the biggest thing, like you said, Keyondra, was as far as setting goals for yourself, setting benchmarks for yourself and things like that, to be able to at least gauge yourself as far as how far you've gotten for that year. And as long as you're making some progress on it, and then be able to go back like you did and acknowledge, okay, I did this. Struggling at this point, but I made it this far.
Yeah.
Keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? Keep motivating yourself. So
it is no way we can ignore the screaming that's coming from the back room.
I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. But
so we apologize for the voices that you hear. He's good. He's in the room watching a movie, got some popcorn. He probably just want his mama to check in on him, because anybody that's an only child, what do you know? You want all the attention all the time. That's definitely Jakari. Okay, so I'm just gonna apologize, and we're gonna keep on moving, because we told you that if you were walking this journey called life with us, you were going to see everything. You were gonna get the real, true white family, and sometimes you get some screaming. Hey, but with that said, we also did in, I think it was 2021, to bring in 2022, we did the globes.
That's what I was just thinking about.
Yeah, forgot about that.
We did the, we took these globes in, like snow globes.
We made vision snow globes. And it's crazy that you brought that up, because I was just thinking, I was like, did I make a vision board last year? And instead we did vision globes. And when I may not think I did that much this year, but when I actually looked at my vision globe, I was like, I did that. And it was nice to see it in like a little cute capsule.
You know what? We're going to have to pull those globes out and just take a look at them, because that was 2021 going in 2022.
Yeah.
Now we've leaped into 2023. And for me, the only thing I did this year was write a letter to prepare myself for 2023 of where I want to be by the end of the year. It's crazy, because sometimes I do it for different events. We write a letter. It's kind of like when you go to the doctor, right? And they say, what is your next appointment? Put your address here. They put a stamp on it and they send it to you to remind it. Let's try that with yourself. Write yourself a letter.
Yeah.
One day, whenever, or give it to someone else you trust, or, know that they're going to follow through.
Yeah.
Put a stamp on that. And when it's time.
Yeah, it definitely helps to have somebody, an accountability
partner.
Yeah, definitely. So, like you said, someone you can trust, someone that's going to hold you accountable to what your words are, because you're the ones that put those words out there.
Yeah. And we've done that in multiple trainings that I've been over my career. You write some things on a postcard, you mail it. Or you write your feelings at that moment, you mail it. When you get it, it's like, ooh, okay. You write 5 positive things about yourself. Like whatever that is, we're saying all of this to say, do what you need to do to reset, to not just make a New Year's resolution, but to actually say, this year, I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to get there by doing X, Y, Z. So our vision globes really, really helped, because we got to see them every day sitting on the dresser. I can remember putting things in minds like travel. Travel was huge, because I was like, I am going to travel. I mean, think about it. We had just came out of COVID, being on lockdown. What I had on my mind, I'm going to travel. So that was one of my big things I remember being in my globe. What you remember being in your globe?
In my globe, I had graduating, so I had a graduation cap.
She graduated.
I also had a sewing machine because I had to do my senior collection. Yeah. My senior fashion collection.
Got a collection called All You Unlocked.
And I also had traveling as well.
Cool. Why would you have in yours?
What did I have in mind?
Yeah.
I had fishing.
Now you had some fishing. I think that was just like fishing and relaxing, but
yeah. I honestly don't remember what all I had in mind. I think traveling was in there as well. Might have been something dealing with my food truck. I'm not sure.
Might have. That means
it didn't get done this year.
No, what it means is whatever you're going to do, put it somewhere where you can see it. Yeah. So that way it's not out of sight, out of mind. But no, I see it and it's like, wow. I didn't check that one off yet. I am huge on words.
You're right. But let me say this about mine.
What?
My water got a little murky. And you could barely see inside it, so that's not an excuse. I'm sorry.
Is that a metaphor for something? His water got murky, which means
the vision got murky, huh?
Just say it,
huh? The vision got a little blurred.
You got things in your eyesight that was blocking and you couldn't see.
All that, it ain't get done.
Whatever you're doing
but it will,
to reset and making sure you are focused for this new year to keep you on track of your goals, put it somewhere where you can see it. Yeah. Put it somewhere where you can see it. If it gets murky, clear it out. But make sure you know it. As Keyondra stated, they're your goals.
Yeah.
There's some that are big that's going to take multiple steps. And there's some you can check off just quick.
What are I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
What are your biggest roadblocks when it comes to to those goals and things like that? Or not even yours, just, all of us have roadblocks, stumbling blocks, things that keep us from moving forward.
Check us off. Take us in there.
So for me personally, my biggest roadblock is myself. I'm
her mama.
Yes, Lord.
I'm my biggest obstacle. So once I get past myself, it's clear.
But more specifically, what about you is your biggest roadblock? What is it that you do that keeps you from moving forward? Yeah, you don't got to name all of them because we all got multiple. What's the biggest one?
I get it from my father here.
Yes, get it from her dad.
I'm a huge procrastinator. It was gonna get
First
done.
of all, I thought you were gonna say perfectionist. Both of them begin.
Okay, both.
Both are really good. They're both good.
But procrastination is gonna get done. But I could have got it done 2 weeks before I actually did it.
Yeah,
but it's gonna get done.
Procrastination definitely did not come from me at all. Self, I would agree with you. Mm-hmm. My biggest roadblock is self. And sometimes is defeat. When things don't happen, when I think they should happen, then I'm like, ugh, it's never gonna happen. I can't do it. Yeah. So that down talk, that's what it is for me. Procrastination, some things, I'm not gonna say I procrastinate, but I'll put it off like with that last week. But honestly, I'm gonna have to say this. Some of my best work has been done in the late night hour. That is true. But I will not say that I'm a procrastinator though. No, because I'll have the ideas in my head. They just haven't made it to the document.
Yeah. So I can say the same thing then.
But it's a difference between between your mama and us. No, let her have that. Let her have it. It's a difference between your mother and us because she doesn't procrastinate. She has so many different things going on at one time. It's about having that time and that space to be able to do those things.
He recognized that I have a lot going on at one time.
Don't do that.
Oh, don't do that. I like it. Okay.
I always recognize it. And I be telling you, hey, we know. We got you. Yeah. So that's the difference between your mother and us. Us, on the other hand, we'll see it need to be done. We'll have plenty of time to get it done, and it still doesn't get done. No. Until the last minute. Until it's needed.
Let me tell you
until
why.
It's needed.
Well, for me, I can't speak for you.
I'm speaking for you because
I have
see
a deadline right here, right?
Yeah, when it needs to get done.
Exactly. And this is my start point.
Mm-hmm.
This comes up. So the thing that's actually at the end keeps getting pushed back because all these different things keep coming up. Or other types of things that need to get done. Yeah. So then next thing I know, it's due tomorrow.
I'm going to disagree. Respectfully disagree. I've watched you knowing you had deadlines and yet will decide to do 50 other things that don't even need to be done at the moment. And then I've also watched you stay
to the wee hours.
Stay up 24 hours and it's going to be done and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. But woo, are you tired?
And the stress that you put yourself under.
It gets done.
Now, you went with procrastination. Truthfully, what you and your father are, you're perfectionists. Everything gotta be just right.
Before we even get started.
Before they even get started. Here, I done jumped in, done probably made a couple mistakes, done erased the mistake, done fixed it again. But I'm all the way ahead, and they still there telling me, "We coming,
cause
we got this."
Still planning.
We like to be perfect in the planning phase, when really that's not how you get there. Because even if you plan a perfect outline, something's still gonna come back. So we're learning how to just jump in there and get started and learn on the way. Even though having a plan is good,
yes,
saves money.
It does, and sometimes I guess not really time.
Well, not only that, I do love, and I have to take it from you guys because you are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Y'all gonna work down every single alphabet to get to Z. But what I am going to do
A and Z. That's all she sees.
We have the idea, and I see the finish line.
Matter of fact, she don't even see A. She just see
the
finish, what she wants. All the steps in between.
Yes.
She's not a person to concern herself with.
She'll be like,
fair?
That's fair.
You'll be like, this is what I have. This is the big picture. Now y'all figure it out.
Exactly.
To get me there. That's
facts.
That is definitely
we got our AV person in the back shaking their head, saying yes.
That is me.
She's ready to shout,
and I don't deny it. I done put the vision in the atmosphere. Now let's figure it out. So we are good to go. But with that said, you still need to reset and make sure you are good to by the end of 2023, you've met some goals.
Absolutely.
So we talked about setting goals as a reset for 2023, but like, what's something you actually do to feel like you like a reset? Because for me, my biggest thing is self-care. So when the new year comes in, I like to take a bath, clean the room, get fresh sheets. Like, what do you like to do to really set you up for the new year?
Now, I'm with you on that. You got to make sure, y'all, we're already in the new year. So if you have not done this, please make sure you do it. Yeah. I need a clean house. I need to start with a clean house, clean mind, and now I'm focused. Now, that's self-care. I'm going to take it another step forward. Massage, wrap. Let's get off that dead skin and make sure we're ready for the new year. Anytime you can take a moment for self-care, I ain't going to turn it down. I am not turning down self-care. Mm-hmm. Reset. What are you doing? What do you like to do anyways?
To reset?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like the full reset.
You need your daughter to give you a facial.
Nah, I'm good on that. I probably need one, but I'm okay. Nah, as far as me, I don't know. For me, I reset at the end of the year when I've looked over where I've been and what I've done and just let that stuff go. You know, I chalk it up as, okay, I did this or I didn't do it. But I come to resolve whatever is in my mind. And like, you know what? All right, we got this year coming. We're going to have to go hard this year. It's like them folks that get in the gym at the first of the year.
That gym is packed.
Hey, strong minds. Bunch of strong minds in there. Like, I'm doing it this year.
First of the year. First week of
I'm doing it.
Is your gym packed right now? Or has it slowed down?
I don't know, but that's what I do, man. I just dump all of what didn't get done or those moments where I felt defeated, or, you know, again, I look back over what I've done. I celebrate the accomplishments, and the stuff that I didn't get to do or didn't do during my timeline, I don't dust them off the table and just forget about them.
Absolutely.
But I just come in like, okay, new year, and I try to go ahead with that new timeline or that new plan.
So do you like reassess what you didn't finish?
Absolutely,
and, like,
absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't get the words out.
Yeah.
Miss Joe College over here.
You know what I like though too that you said. Good job, Keyondra, for catching that. Reassess. But I like celebrate.
Yeah.
You celebrate your wins.
Yeah, of course.
So what if you didn't check everything off your list?
Yeah.
You celebrate the wins because you could have not accomplished anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about like the discussion we had on a previous podcast when we were talking about how it was a checking in one. You know,
okay. Yep.
I'm good one. Yeah, so we sitting there and basically you're comparing where you are in that moment to where somebody else is. Your mind can play all sorts of games. You could be so far ahead of other people that you don't know their lives. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
So
you're right about that.
yeah, that's a big thing, man. Acknowledging where you are, tuning out everything else around you because you don't know the backstory behind it.
Yep. Well, put it this way. We're a few weeks into 2023.
Yep.
For me, the week has already the year has already is moving.
Oh yeah.
It's moving because there's a lot of goals, there's a lot of things in place. So whatever you need to do, and if you have not done a good reset and you have not taken the time to, whether it's a vision board, a vision globe, a letter, or set some goals and been intentional about it, I think it's time for you to start.
It is. It's never too late to start.
It's never too late to start.
That's good.
Don't wait till next year to start. Don't be like, oh, I got to start the first of the year. 2024 is my year. No, start now.
If you thinking 2024 is your year and we still in January 2023, you got a long way to go.
Yes.
So pick it up and make this year your year. You know how far you will be if you just decide right now, today, I'm going to make a change, and then look back at 6 months and see what that change really looked like. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is.
So guess what? This year is your year.
It is.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready?
There she go.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh. So, along with that, if you do happen to stumble, get tripped up, take some time for yourself.
For sure.
Because all of us get beat up from time to time and are ready to say bump it.
Yes, we do.
But get around some good people that's going to check you.
Accountability
and
partners.
Tell you to check yourself.
Yes.
And say, hey, we ain't letting nobody tell us no. We got some goals for me. You got some goals that you set. Let's get them.
Yep. I like it.
Stop acting soft. Let's get it.
Okay. that's that tough love. My accountability partners are really tough, and anytime I try to feel down or
I'm like, you done came too far, man. We not right now.
You be like, snap out of it.
Yo, she ready to give up on this doctrine? I'm like,
I am not ready to give up. I have a timeline,
That's
and
fine.
I need that
That's
timeline met. But anytime you keep getting, no, not yet, that gets aggravating, and you don't want to hear it.
Absolutely.
So, I'm speaking even from my own experience. Let your accountability partners know how you're really feeling and how you're really doing so that they can check you. Because I don't mind getting checked by my daughter or my husband. You know what? If my grandson came to say, Grandma, stop, I'm going to listen because kids say the darnest things and they are real. So make sure your accountability partners know where you're at all times. Mm-hmm. So on the journey, you're not by yourself. Because as soon as you feel by yourself, that's when you start to feel defeated.
Yeah, you could take yourself out that way. Just, you have nobody to talk to about what you're dealing with, and you just give up on what you know what I'm saying, the goals that you set. Absolutely. Next thing you know, another year done passed, and you haven't accomplished what you needed to.
Nope. So think about it right now, 2023. What is one goal you're going to look back on when we get ready to cross over in 2024 and say, dang, I'm so glad.
True.
I'm so glad I took that step, because if I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Exactly.
I'm Nikkita. I'm one of your lovely hosts for today, joined by
Lorenzo.
and
Keyondra White.
Keyondra White. And we're
Claim
so thankful that you decided to tune in to this week's podcast. Again, check us out every Monday where we're going to have a different topic talking about walking this journey called life, because you are key to your story.
And don't forget to tell them where they can find us at.
They can definitely find us on Podbean,
Home Depot,
YouTube,
Lowe's,
Apple Podcasts, and don't you dare forget to join our Walking Life's
Damn
Journey
those.
Facebook group, where we're going to give you a boost of inspiration daily.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.